Ben Stokes showed V-sign to doorman and mocked gay man just before knocking out two revellers. Ben Stokes allegedly showed a V-sign to a doorman and mimicked the mannerisms of a gay man shortly before he knocked out two other men in a fight, a court heard. CCTV footage showed the scene outside the Mbargo nightclub in Bristol city centre in the early hours of September 25 last year, where 27-year-old Stokes and England teammate Alex Hales were attempting to gain entry. Detective Constable Daniel Adams, the officer in the case, took the jury at Bristol Crown Court through the footage from outside the club. Durham all-rounder Stokes and batsman Mr. Hales arrive at the club at 23:31 p.m. in a taxi with other England players after they had played the West Indies in a one-day international in Bristol earlier that day. In the footage shown to the court, Stokes and Mr. Hales are shown leaving the club 00:46 am before returning and attempting to re-enter the club at 02:08 am but are refused by doorman Andrew Cunningham because the club is closing. The jury watched footage recorded at 02:09 am of Stokes apparently flicking a V-sign towards Mr. Cunningham. Mr. Adams told the court, "It seems like Ben Stokes making a V-sign towards Mr. Cunningham. He was still engaging in conversation with Mr. Cunningham." Stokes is seen on the CCTV lighting a cigarette outside the club, and at 2:14 am he is still smoking and is in conversation with Mr. Cunningham and Mr. Hales. Presumably the CCTV has been brought to their attention because they are waving, Mr. Adams said. The CCTV also shows two clubbers, gay men William O'Connor and Kai Berry, leaving Mbargo and the pair engaged in conversation with Stokes and Mr. Hales. Referring to the CCTV, Con Adams said, "Mr. Stokes appears to mimic the actions of William O'Connor. Stokes has just flicked something which we believe was a cigarette butt at William O'Connor." He added, "Ben Stokes was mimicking William O'Connor as his back was turned and Mr. Stokes flicks something at him." Alex Hales is looking away at this point. Alex Hales appears fed up with something at that point. Stokes is on trial accused of punching Ryan Hale, 27, to the ground and then allegedly knocking out Ryan Ali, 28, a short time later during the fracas. Prosecutors allege that Stokes was not acting in self-defense, but with revenge, retaliation or punishment in mind. Stokes, of Stockton Road, Castle Eden, Durham, Ali, of Forest Road, Bristol, and Hale, of Burghill Road, Westbury-on-Trym, Bristol, each deny a joint charge of affray.